Hello. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing great. In this video, we're going to experience how to create a virtual Synology NAS. As you can see, I'm currently on the desktop of a Synology NAS. So, in this video, we will create another virtual Synology NAS system inside this Synology machine itself. Let's get started. You can see that I'm inside the Synology NAS package manager, and from there, I will select and install the virtual machine manager now. As you can see, the virtual machine manager has been successfully installed, and we're now in its control panel. From here, we'll click on the Create button and select the third option, Synology Virtual DSM. You'll notice a message saying that there's no Virtual DSM image available and it's asking us to download one. So, let's go ahead and proceed to download the image needed for our Virtual DSM setup. You'll see that a new pop-up window has appeared, and there's a hyperlink labeled "Click here to download the image." We'll click on that link to navigate to the download destination. Now you'll see an option labeled DSM Image, and next to it, there's an Add button. Click on that to proceed. You'll be presented with three options. If you already have a downloaded virtual image, you can upload it from your computer. If the image is already stored inside your Synology NAS, you can select it from there, or you can directly download it from the Synology web server. In this video, we'll go with the third option, downloading it directly from Synology. As you can see, I've selected the Download Virtual DSM Image option. This will take a little time as it downloads the file from the Synology server. The file size is around 344 megabytes. Let's wait for the download to complete. The image file has been successfully downloaded, so let's move forward with the installation. First, go to the Virtual Machine tab. Then, click on Create Virtual Machine. From the options, select the third one, Synology Virtual DSM, and click on the Next button to proceed. At this stage, you'll need to configure the virtual Synology NAS based on your system's available resources. For example, if you have 10 GB of RAM, you should allocate at least 2 GB for the virtual NAS. Similarly, if your CPU has 4 cores, you should allocate at least 2 cores for the virtual machine. So here, I'm trying to configure mine accordingly. By default, Synology automatically obtains an IP address from your dynamic network. However, when you create a virtual network, you can choose to assign a static IP address in advance if you prefer. However, I think unless it's absolutely necessary, there's no need to configure it from here, because once the system is set up, you can manually assign a static IP later. We're almost done with the configuration. Here, we'll disable Auto Start by setting it to No, and grant access permission to our administrator account. Once that's done, the machine setup will be complete. As you can see, a virtual CPU has been created inside the Virtual Machine tab. When we try to power it on, a license notification pops up with two options: Use existing license or Purchase license online or Enter license. If you want to run multiple virtual machines permanently, you'll need to purchase licenses online. But one virtual machine license within a DSM is free, so we'll use that free license to create and test a virtual machine and see how it performs. Now, we'll select the free license option and move forward. From what I understand, the free license doesn't have a set expiration date. You can use it indefinitely. If any of you have experienced problems or complexities with this, please drop a comment and let me know. I'll keep myself informed about any updates. In my experience, one license lets you create multiple virtual machines. For instance, you can delete an existing virtual machine and create a new one using the same license. You can see that our virtual DSM system has booted up perfectly and is now welcoming us to get started. Here, you'll see the fields to enter your device name, administrator account name, and password. Once you've filled these out, click Next to continue. At this stage, you'll see a prompt requesting package updates. I'm going to select the first option and then click Next to proceed. In the next step, Synology will ask for permission to log into your account. You can choose to skip this and continue without an account, or log in if you already have one. You also have the option to create a new account or simply sign in using your Google account. In the following step, you'll see an option to create a Quick Connect ID. This allows you to access your DSM remotely from anywhere. You can go ahead and set it up now, or simply skip this step if you prefer. As you can see, my Quick Connect ID has been successfully created. With this ID, I can now access this virtual DSM system from anywhere in the world, even without a public IP or router port forwarding. It works similarly to a VPN or a Cloudflare tunnel, which makes it incredibly useful. But keep in mind, this feature is only available on official Synology DSM systems, including Virtual DSM. If you're using a DIY or jailbroken version of DSM, you won't be able to use Quick Connect. With that, we've completed all the necessary installation steps. Now let's log into the main system and take a look at how it's running, whether everything is functioning properly or if there are any issues. I'll walk you through it and also test things myself. You can see here that we have successfully installed a virtual Synology NAS, and right from the beginning, it prompts us to install some essential software. In that case, we'll go ahead and install those necessary applications. After that, it requests us to set up two-factor authentication. Since these virtual machines are licensed, even if we're using a custom or jailbroken version of Synology, we'll still be able to use all Synology services during virtualization. For example, in this case, we'll be able to easily install and use two-factor authentication. You can see that we've successfully installed our virtual Synology NAS. All official Synology apps are usable here without any issue. You can also add community apps if you want. Right now, we haven't added any since this is a fresh installation. You can think of it as a brand new setup. Now, it's important to note, inside this virtual environment, you can use Synology's surveillance station. This is for IP cameras or CCTV security services. Normally, this doesn't work on jailbroken or DIY Synology setups. But in this virtual Synology, it works perfectly. So if your current Synology is a DIY build, you can easily create a virtual Synology server and run apps here that wouldn't work on your custom setup. That's all for today's video. If you liked it, please stay connected with us. And don't forget to share our channel with your friends and family.